Hi, so I wanted to do a video on kind of everyone is pushed out and connection. Obviously, I don't have all the answers. I'm evolving on my own little journey and I share my insights as and when I find them. And then it's up to you to take those insights and see if they fit in with your journey and if they resonate for you. So I yeah, why are we so drawn to specific people? Like, I think I've made a few videos on this, and what I've really come to see is that, yeah, everybody is showing you yourself, and everybody is showing you what you're projecting and what you're projecting onto them, and how you see yourself and how you love yourself. For me, those really, really intense connections, they just seem to be really strong mirrors. Like, they're just like almost perfect mirrors, like they're just there. And they're kind of ascension tools because they're really forcing you to evolve and to become a better is not the right word, but a more joyful version of yourself. So if you set into motion a desire, and I think that we can set a desire into motion with just a thought. So it doesn't have to be that you sat down and you manifested this thing, but we all have a desire that we want love, and maybe some of us set the desire that we want a really all-encompassing love, which is definitely something that I set into motion from being young. So then it's not the universe because that's outside of us, but we create this series of events that allows us to have that. And then that process involves shedding things that block us from that desire. So I feel you tend to then have connections and relating experiences that allow you to clear that resistance, to give you that high expression of love that you want to experience, And I definitely have observed that you are drawn to people that you want something from, that you need to find in yourself. So if, for example, the main ones is like rejection and commitment. There's other little ones that are on the way, like abandonment, and there's a lot of core, priority. There's a lot of different keywords. I could go through loads of them, but say, for example, you want to be valued, and then you're not fully valuing yourself, and you haven't found that within yourself fully, then you'll be drawn to people. See, this is where, so I do believe you can have anything you desire. You can have everything of your dreams. But if you don't have it and you're feeling drawn to people, because this is kind of where all the teachings go a bit awry, because they say, oh, you can have anything you desire. But then why do we have like massive pulls to people? Why do we have like these massive draws to people? And it's because they're helping us evolve, and they're helping us have the thing that we want, which is a deep, amazing, loving union with another person. So anything that's not it will just show up, and you'll be forced to kind of evolve it because you want that end point. So if somebody's showing up and they're not giving you that experience, then it's like observing what in yourself you're looking for in that other person that you need to find in yourself first. So like I said, if someone's not valuing you, or they're abusing you, or they're not committing to you, or they're rejecting you, then it's like looking into self and not at them, and not blaming them and projecting them. I mean, it's okay to step away and say, I don't want that experience anymore, and I either need that experience to transform, or I need it to meet, it doesn't matter what the bodily form is, but I want to be valued, let's say. So you set that intention. That's absolutely something you can have. But if you're still being drawn to somebody that's not valuing you, and when I say somebody, I'm talking about like the shell, because that person can completely change and value you. It's not about the person, but if you're having an experience where you're not being valued, then the work is within. The work is, where am I not valuing myself? Where am I seeking value externally rather than understanding that it's within me? And when I no longer need it from an external person and it's no longer triggering me, it's that real charge, it's that trigger. And that's what tends to draw these connections together, because it's growth and it's showing you, you know, when you keep trying to get it externally, it's this like trigger and it drives you mental and insane until you realize, like, oh, I'm trying to get it from them in the 3D and I'm trying to force it. Whereas actually all I need to do is heal it inside of myself. There'll be no charge there anymore and they're just going to value you, or you'll meet someone that does value you, you know, because it's no longer a block and a resistance that's stopping you. Like, those fears and those resistances and those seeking things in the 3D, it's just a lack of having not found it inside of yourself. So as soon as you start to value yourself energetically, is all it takes, then, you know, that will be reflected in your external reality. And the more you kind of try to fight against it in the real world, the more that it's just going to elude you, because it's an inner journey. Everything is within. So when you have these really strong connections, then, you know, that's what I see makes the massive difference. It's that charge. When there's a charge and that massive pull and that draw, but in a not healthy, joyful way, it's back to the other videos. Do you engage in it and make it real? Or do you step away and say, okay, that's not the experience I want, but thanks for showing me that about myself. And you know, don't miss the lesson. It doesn't matter what you do in the 3D, but don't miss the inner lesson of what you're needing to kind of work through to have the thing of your dreams. It's not that you can't have it, it's just showing you where you've got resistance. And the more we engage and make it real, the longer it takes. I mean, I wish I'd have known this a long time ago, but all it takes is, you know, I don't want to engage in that anymore. And if I'm still feeling really like unable to cope with it and it's still triggering me, then there's still work to be done. You know, there's still stuff that I need to let go. And all these techniques and tools, they can help with that. And it's sort of picking the ones that work for you. If it's mirror work, if it's just acknowledging it and affirming. An exercise that's really powerful is, you know, to write down all the things that you don't like about the person that's showing up in your experience, and then to write down how you would like them to show up, and just affirm that new reality. And if you're drawn into the old and you're reacting to the old, then just to kind of go within and you know, then to practice some of the tools like the mirror work and like the forgiveness and the loving those areas of self. I mean, there's so many different tools. I've talked about a lot of them. I'm not going to kind of go into depth in this video, but yeah, it's just about, you know, not making things real that you don't want to. I've done it so many times, you know, I've done it over and over again. Someone rejects you and then you make the rejection a reality by buying into it, by constantly, you know, feeling upset and triggered about it. And all these spiritual tools can help. It's about neutralizing that emotional reaction, not accepting it as real, just pulling into self, healing it in self, and just letting the reflection show up that you want. And if it still shows up as a rejection, then you've not healed it, so it's back to doing more work. But the sooner it's taken away from that 3D experience and we only start to use that as a marker for where we're at, the better, because you can shift through things a lot quicker then. So yeah, have a great day everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.